While they type it, is there any other comments? Yeah. Germany wants the floor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. As we seem to wait for something, I don't know, I use the time to express our view on the Serbian amendment of draft decision 7B.24, which indeed changes to a very large extent, the draft decision as proposed by the Secretariat. And I would like to give on record that we are fine with the draft decision as proposed by the Secretariat. We could adopt it in 1 minute, and we don't agree with these substantial changes, which are far beyond what we have seen in the document and what has been proposed. Thank you.
Okay, since there's some substantial changes, maybe we can have an informal working group to work in it and come back later, so we can move ahead.
Germany, India, Serbia, just name a few states.
Germany could be in it.
Mali wants to speak.
India, Mali.
Mali wants to speak.
Mali wants to speak.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I wanted to say that with regard to the French version, paragraph 6 and 7 are the same.
Yeah, right now the idea is to move forward, so we should create this working group to work on the proposal and come back at a later time, so we can continue moving on.
Ask Germany to lead with Serbia, India, and anybody else who's interested.
Then Serbia, India, and Germany could be on the working group, and you could bring somebody else if you wish. And that way we can move forward in this process.
Okay, so we keep it suspended.
So we'll keep it pending until we have the proposal from the working group, and we can continue going forward.
Mr. Devon.
So Mr. Devon, we can continue on the next one, please.
Thank you. So with COMI remaining pending, we have finished the discussion on the European sites. We already read out the sites for adoption without discussion, and these were adopted. So the next item would be the sites in Latin America. I understand that there is no site for discussion, so if you permit, I will read out the sites for adoption without discussion. So the sites concerned are the Coiba National Park and its special zone of marine protection, Decision 37,7B31, Pitons Management Area in St. Lucia, Decision 37,7B32, Talamanca Range La Amistad Reserves, La Amistad National Park between Costa Rica and Panama, Decision 37,3B30, and Cerrado Protected Areas Chapada dos Veaderos and Emas National Parks in Brazil, Decision 37,7B21. Thank you.
Can we adopt all the decisions of the list he just read? List adopted.
Now we move to one page before.
Moving forward, Mr. Debonet, we can now go into the reports on the state of conservation of natural properties located in Africa.
And we start the review of the African sites with the Ja Wildlife Reserve in Cameroon. The World Heritage Center and IUCN welcome the state party's decision to reduce by 20% the size of the mining exploitation zone of the venture capital company, but remain concerned by the many potential threats to the outstanding universal value of this property. In particular, the mining projects by venture capital company and Geovic, the construction of the Mekin Dam, which is progressing, and the industrial rubber plantations, which are planned adjacent to the site and could impact its OUV. With support of the World Heritage Center, and this is new information, a national consultation meeting was held in Yaoundé from the 3rd to the 4th of June 2013, just prior to this meeting, bringing together some 30 participants from the technical services in charge of managing the site, local elected representatives, traditional authorities, NGOs, economic operators and experts from IUCN and UNESCO. The meeting concluded that a strategic environmental and social assessment should be conducted to assess the overall impact of all ongoing and planned developments around the property, in order to mitigate their impact on the outstanding universal value. It was also decided to set up a collaborative framework between the different stakeholders to contribute to the sustainable conservation of the property. In addition, the State Party announced the creation of an interministerial committee to ensure the synergies and coordination of the different planned developments. Despite these advances, the World Heritage Center and IUCN considered that the different planned and ongoing development mentioned could seriously impact the outstanding universal value, and therefore recommend that the committee maintain the possibility of an inscription on the list of World Heritage in danger at its 38th session in 2014 if further significant progress is not made before the end of 2013. Mr. Chairman, IUCN also wants to comment on this site.
IUCN has any comment?
Thank you, Chair. IUCN recalls that the committee at its 36th session had requested the state party to fulfill 4 conditions, which, if not addressed, could lead to the possible inscription of the property on the list of World Heritage in danger. IUCN recognizes that there have been some positive advances on these issues, yet some key requests still need to be implemented, including an assessment of impacts from the venture capital exploration license on the outstanding universal value of the property, updating the environmental impact assessment of the Jovic mining company to international standards, providing detailed information on measures to be taken to reduce and mitigate impacts from agricultural plantations on the property, and finally, assessing impacts on outstanding universal value from the Mekin Dam and halting work on the dam until such an assessment has been undertaken. Chair, IUCN recommends that if significant further progress on these issues has not been made by the end of 2013, the committee should consider the inscription of the property on the list of World Heritage in danger at its next session in 2014. In the meantime, we also welcome the engagement of the Franz Weber Foundation and in supporting the property, and are pleased to note that IUCN is adding both technical and financial support to the envisaged efforts through our office in Yaoundé. Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Just the draft decision. The draft decision 37.7b1 can be found in document 7b ed on page 18 of the English and page 19 of the French version.
Any comments from the committee? Senegal has the floor.
Yes, Chair. We listened carefully to the report of the advisory bodies, which on several occasions have emphasized that the state party has taken major initiatives in order to cancel the negative or potential negative impact on OUV. I think before starting discussion on the item that we should give the floor to the state party to enable it to clarify the efforts, specify the efforts being made, and therefore would give more objective facts for the assessment, because so far really they're only having these charges levelled against them. Thank you, Chair. Chair, further to the presentation by IUCN, we are happy to note that significant progress has been made by the state party. From an institutional standpoint, consultation has been set up between the state parties and also with the advisory bodies. An interministerial committee has been established by the state party, which reflects the political will behind this. And finally, there is a commitment from the foundation, which is also helping the state party to preserve the site. And I think that on the whole, the strong recommendations made by the IUCN are in the process of being met. And I think, given all of the above, I think we should give